welcome to the channel everyone. I'm Mr. Gingerman and we are back with another episode. As you can see, I'm in my living room. I'm not on the beach fishing. There's a good reason for that. Well, there's a few good reasons. One, I can't afford to go out at the moment. I've been doing a lot of overtime and I've been spending time with my daughter. So, that's the reason why I haven't been out. So what I thought I would do is I would run through the 3 knots that I use when I'm out fishing. So me doing a separate video just means I don't have to run through that when I'm out on the beach fishing, so I can just get straight on with the fishing. So the first knot I'm going to use or show you is the FG knot. The second one is going to be a back-to-back grinner knot, and the third knot is going to be a tuck under blood knot. Now this is not a tutorial on the right and the wrong ways to do it, or the right or wrong knots to use. This is just what I use. But if you do take anything from this video, fantastic. I am a complete amateur. So if you are an amateur like me and this video helps you, superb. If you are an expert angler and you think I've done a great job with this video trying to explain it the best way I can, then put a thumbs up and just say, you know, well done. I don't know. That's up to you guys to decide whether or not I deserve a like, a subscription, or even a comment for that matter. But I am doing my best. So I'll just run through the line that I've got with me, because I don't have anything on any reels at the moment. So and all my reels are already rigged up and all packed away ready for my next fishing session. So to start with the FG knot, we're going to be using braid, and we've got a Spider Wire Stealth X8 28 pound, which is this one, and the fluorocarbon is 16 pound. To do the back-to-back grinner knot, I've got the Wire Sensor Surf 30 pound, nice orange so that I can see what I'm looking at. I say it all matches Mr. Gingerman, ginger fur all over my face, and ginger line. So that's something. I'm going to spin the camera around. We're going to start off with the FG knot and then we'll run through each knot after that. Right now. Okay, welcome back everyone. So I've got my braid here, but I've changed the line that I'm going to use because trying to use clear fluorocarbon against either a white or a black background just doesn't work, and due to the thickness of the braid it makes it quite difficult to try and get around it. So what we're going to do, we're going to wrap around a few times. Right, so got our hands free. So with this knot, I've had a few practices. I've practiced a few times to do this knot because I was struggling to get it visually visible on the camera. So I'm now using my 30 pound orange line, so hopefully we can see exactly what's going on. So you don't need to pinch this tight, you just keep it nice and loose, keep tension on it. Now the better you get with this knot, you will be able to use thinner braid or thinner fluorocarbon. But yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to start this knot with putting the leader or fluorocarbon on top of the braid. We'll pinch that to start with, and then we're going to go at the top, over or under, and make sure that the line is tight. And there's your first one. Then we're going to do the same again, but we're going to go down and over. That's 2. So we're going to do this about 18 times. There's 3, there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So those are 18 wraps. Now I don't know if the camera is going to be able to pick that up properly because it's being a pain, but what you want is it should all be snug, all tucked right up, and it should look something like that. So what we now need to do, we'll pinch it now, and now we'll release that around your finger. So now we're going to move on to the cinch knot. So we'll just adjust the camera. So the cinch knot is, you loop it around 2 fingers at least, under both the tag and the braid, and then we pull that through the loop. Did that go through then? I have no idea. Right, no. Right, so through the loop. Ah, it didn't work. More fingers and thumbs. Of course I'm fingers and thumbs. What else would I be? Right, so it's through. So we're just gonna pitch that down. Hopefully. So we've got our first cinch knot. And we'll do a second cinch knot or half cinch up, over, through, pull it down, cinch it down. So now we're left with that. Hopefully you can see that, and hopefully I've done an okay job so far. So now we're left with that. So we're at the critical point now where we need the braid to bite into that leader, and that's the most important part, because this knot down here needs to tighten. It needs to tighten all the way down that knot. It needs to tighten. So I'm going to wrap it round. Not sure how I'm going to do this. Space is not something I have to my advantage right now. So wrapped it around my fingers twice, round there. So the key thing is to put it under tension. Pull it until it changes colour, until it bites down, and you should be left with something very smooth going across your line. Now, because we've done that, we can now, it's not cinched completely how I would like it, but the general idea is as you can see. So we'll just bring that down, pull it again, there you go. So it's now actually, the braid is now bitten down into the main line. As you can see, the braid has changed slightly different colour. It's not really visible on this camera for some strange reason, but yeah. So we can cut that tag end off now. I hope this comes out okay. So we can cinch that down, cut that down a little bit. There you go, job's done. Now, if you're not happy with that, what you can do is you can just pinch it. You can go under your braid, and you could do like a double or a triple half hitch, so you can go in once. Oh, come on. So in once, twice, and 3 times. And then, so we've done 3 times, lock it down, that's then locked down as well. All locked down, all tidy. Let me just chuck the scissors around. Again, the better, the more times you do it, the better you'll get, but the end result, if you can see, is that. Nice and smooth. You can sort of burn the end, that little bit of a tag there, but the reality is that should not come undone. That's basically what it looks like. It's a shame I can't zoom in, but basically nice and smooth, not an actual knot that gets in the way of the eyes, and it'll be nice and smooth. So hopefully that came out okay, and I've done an okay job explaining that for you guys. Again, this is just the knots that I'm going to be using. If what I have done helps anybody, again, I'm not really very good at showing people how to do things. That's not something I'm very clever at, but nice and smooth. It doesn't snag, even in your fingers. It doesn't snag, and if you've done it right, it should never come apart. So yeah, that's the first knot. Thank you very much. Right, okay, so the second knot we're going to look at is the back-to-back grinner knot. So I got my orange line again and the braid, because that's what I've got in front of me. So what we need to do is we take the braid, our loop, up and over to there. We're going to pinch it there. We're going to take the second line. This is to join 2 lines together. So we're going to pinch that under one knot all together, as you can hopefully see. And then with this tag end, we're going to go down and under and in through the loop. And we're going to do that 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what we're going to do, if this was but if both lines had to be this, and it was both this mono line, then you would use some spit to make it glide easy, but we haven't got that. So what we'll do is we'll tension that down. Oh, as you can see, it's gonna as you can see, it's there, just there. So we haven't tightened it down properly because we need to make a second loop, and that's what this one's for. So I can't do it the opposite way around, so we'll do the loop that way, as you would do if it was connected to a line. We'll pull that in line, and then we'll do the same 5 down and overs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, if this was mono to mono, you would use some spit to make it glide. We'll just pull that As you can see, it's gliding, pulling all the knot to one. Very gently, you just pull it all together. Right. And then you gently pull both lines or both knots together. As you can see, they're both coming together. I will try and pull that knot a bit closer together. There we go, that's a little bit better. So, we've got both knots right up, butted up against each other now. So we're going to take the braid on this side and on there, and we're going to pull it, and then we're going to take the braid out of that hand and pull it. Actually, I think I need to do it without the braid. I've not left myself enough. Okay, so that's the knot. I'll just wrap it around my hand a couple times. I hope I'm doing a good job just to show you the fundamentals behind it. There are better videos out there than mine. So pull it down nice and tight, and it will bunch down quite nicely. This one's not butted down quite nicely, as nice as I would like it, but it's still a relatively smooth knot and pretty strong. So that's the back-to-back grinner knot. Hopefully I've done an okay job at that one, and yeah, again, not the clearest of videos, but I am working with what I've got to try and do the best I can. Okay, welcome back to the third and final knot. This is going to be a tuck under blood knot that I use, and it hasn't done me any wrong in the time that I've been using this. So again, we take our orange 30-pound line. There's probably many ways you can do this knot, but I'm just going to do it the way I know how to do it. So you put it through the eye of the hook, you pinch it, give yourself plenty of space, little excess doesn't hurt. So you've got a nice little loop there. So down and under, like so. Now 6 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you could spin the hook like so, and that will give you the same result. So I got a lot of going up the line there, but there we go. Right, so we go down. So now you take your tag end, you put it through the loop. There you go, and you can sort of tuck it, pull it down a little bit if you wish, and then the tag end, there's a hole there now, so you take your tag end and then you go down through the first hole, first hoop, come out the other end, and then you go back up through the next hoop, cinch it down, pull that, give it a little bit of spit so that we've got plenty of lube, and then you basically pull down. Now you can do it gently, but you should see it move down. You might need to give it a little bit of helping hand. And then you just pull it without the hook trying to go in your finger. Have I got anything that I can put that in so that I don't completely lose my finger? Ooh. once you get the knot, you might need to give it a little bit of a helping hand. And once you cinch it down, it is a strong, neat knot. Cut your tag end off and job's done. Simple knot to use if you're an amateur like myself. Yeah, 3 knots. So you got your FG knot, your back-to-back grinner, and your tuck under blood knot. So I've done my 3 knots now. Hopefully the camera captured as much of what I'd done as possible. It did go blurry in certain places. As I said in the beginning, these are the 3 knots that I'm going to be using. These aren't the 3 knots that I'm saying to anybody that you have to use those particular knots. It's not me saying the right or the wrong way. There's multiple different ways you can tie knots. I'm just an amateur, as I've said before. So if you do watch this video and you do take anything from this video, amazing. You know, that's part of the goal for why I've done the video. If you can take something from it. I do know there's 2 things I need to work on with the camera footage. My speech, I do know I need to work on that. My general persona, I need to work on that. But I think I'm doing a good job, considering I never thought I'd be doing something like this. So it's the anxiety builds up in the back of your head. So, but anyway, I think I've droned on long enough. I think I've droned on long enough throughout the whole video. Again, if you enjoyed the video, if you think you're going to take something away from the video, or if you think I've just done an okay job, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you wish, and I will see you out on the beaches, out on the rocks, hopefully in the next video. See you again. Bye.